my dance, make it hurt.
Hey, it's Gabriel and welcome to So the last time the Prince of Gambia presented, we had some few problems because he actually didn't accept the mission from the Gambia before shooting with me. So YouTube decided to take my video down. So I had to pull him back to the channel again. But before we speak, he's going to tell me how many likes he thinks this video will get to.
My name is Jobe, like from the Gambia. And then as you just said, we did a video last I think it was last week.
Yeah, last week.
Yeah, that was a little bit problem.
So we couldn't upload it.
So today we are here also to do another one.
Okay.
And then I'm urging everyone to like the videos and subscribe to the channel.
Yeah. And how many likes do you think this video will get us?
This one, I think it might go to 600 likes.
600 likes. Guys, smash the like button. And also, before we get into the video, there is this rule you have to understand. So this video is actually called Agree to Disagree. Well, it's in 3 sections. The first section comes with the fact that a statement is going to be made, and Jobe and I are going to give ourselves 3 seconds to agree to the statement or not. After which 3 minutes will be given to us again for us to debate about it, talk around it. After which we make another decision if you are to stick to the plan or not. So and then after that we will dive into the next section and then finally to the last section. So let's get straight into the video already.
Do you agree that all specialists should take the same salary?
Yeah. Well, I disagree.
I also disagree with it.
Are you looking forward to become a specialist?
Yeah, of course.
And are you okay if someone takes more than you take?
Yeah, of course.
Why?
Okay, because as we already know, some specialists take more years.
Yeah.
You understand?
So they should pay according to the number of years you take.
I think that also is fair. And then there are certain specialists, which are more complicated.
Of course.
You understand?
Yeah.
For example, surgery or cardiovascular surgery. Those surgery requires that very, very, very complicated.
Of course to do.
So and then life can be lost at any time. And if life is lost during the procedure,
you'll be held responsible.
you will be held responsible.
So you should have enough money to pay the people who hold you responsible.
Yeah.
Well, I disagree because I think in this world, definitely someone should be richer than the other, so that we can actually live in this ecosystem. Because it's supposed to be that way. That's how I think it should be. And then another reason why I would disagree is that like you said, going to school for a long time should guarantee you to take a lot of money. But I don't actually agree with you totally, because there are a lot of people who repeated class. Do you think they should take more money?
But that one,
because
if you repeat a class, maybe I'm not saying but most of the time maybe you didn't do what is required.
Okay.
Some of the time you didn't do what is required. But in this case, for example, surgery, maybe it will take you 15 years or something like that.
Of course.
And then you cannot sacrifice 15 years to become a neurosurgery specialist, and someone just maybe did 4 years and became a specialist, and then you want them to be paid equally. I don't think that is fair.
Yeah, honestly, it's not fair. But
also
I think it's
the
not
risks
fair.
involved in,
and also the time involved in working.
Yeah.
Because because nowadays you are paid based on the time you spend at your workplace. Let's say in America, for instance, if you spend, because there's this thing they say you are paid overtime. So if you are paid overtime, that means that you spend much time at the hospital. You should be paid according to the time you spend at the hospital. And obviously, someone who does, surgery. But trust me, there are some people who are not surgeons, but they spend much time in the hospital as surgeons. So how about that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Surgery, is involved there are certain surgery that involve risks. For example, if I'm a medical specialist, for example, I'm a cardiologist.
A cardiologist.
A medical cardiologist, and then you are
a surgeon.
A surgeon. For example, we might spend equal
amount of time
in the hospital. But for example, if it comes for the exact work we are doing, for me, maybe I'll just pose the diagnostic.
Okay.
You understand?
Alright.
And then I might also for example, during my work, I might also give a wrong diagnostic.
Yeah, you can give a
wrong diagnostic. And then maybe that will not cause the life of the patient in that instant.
Yeah, of course, not that instant because
You
sometimes it
understand?
can
But for
cause
example, for you, if you're a surgery and then during
my procedure
your procedure and then you
Yeah,
get
what?
something, the patient might,
might lose his life.
and then after that you will be held responsible.
Of course, of course. So that's why I should be paid more.
More.
Oh, all right, because
And then
it's the risk involved.
Yeah,
It's
it's
the
the
risk
risk
involved. Well, I also stand by the fact that I disagree to the fact that all specialists are supposed to pay the same amount. Yeah, I'll disagree. But as to why I don't really agree, it's a little bit skeptical, but I
And
still.
also like there are certain patients that involve like more works than the others.
Yeah, but then that's what I'm trying to say. What is the work here? Because if you look at it very well, okay, maybe a neurosurgeon is paid a very huge amount of money. But then you realize that someone who is, a cardiologist or a neurologist is paid, does a lot of work as compared to the neurosurgeon. But at the end of the day, this is the neurosurgeon that takes more money. Because you just said that, you just talk about the fact that, how do you say this?
Time and
Yeah, the time and then the amount of work you do. The medical specialists, they do a lot of work.
Yeah,
They do a lot of
work. Yeah.
They see a lot of patients. So, but well, I think for us to be okay in the ecosystem, some people need to be paid more than others. Yeah.
Even like in the football team, like everyone.
Yeah, like just like a football team, we all play the ball, but they all individually,
Yeah.
they are paid differently. So I think everybody comes that way. So I still disagree to the fact that we have to be paid equally if we become specialists. So you still disagree?
I also disagree.
Alright. So the second section is known as imagine. There will be three situations presented to us, and we are to discuss it in 3 minutes to tell which of them will we prioritize. That's how it's going to be. So yeah.
Imagine your mom, wife, and best friend is brought to the hospital with the same emergency. Who will you treat first?
All right. So my mom, my wife, and my best
best
friend,
friend.
and they have the same kind of sickness. And you have to imagine who would you treat first?
Oh.
Well, for me, one guy once told me, what is the age like of my mother? That's very important because I definitely consider certain things.
Yeah, okay, like if they have the same sickness.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to go like based on like medical ethics,
Yeah,
you understand?
of course.
Like in medical ethics, I
Mhm.
think you have to treat patient based on like the audience, like the emergency.
Yeah, but in this case, they have the same.
They have the same sickness.
The same agency. That's why we are imagining. It's hard to think of. Well, for me, I'll consider the age.
Yeah, I
I'll
also
consider
consider
of my
the
mother.
age,
Mhm.
and then even not like the age, like my mother.
For best friend, I'm sorry. At this moment, you have to, pull you aside.
Even okay for me, I have to be honest. Even like not considering like the age wise, I think I will prioritize
Your
my
mother.
yeah.
Because you can't have a mother again, but you can still have a wife
Like,
and a best friend.
I'm sorry for my best friends
And your wife.
because I can have another best friend
And you still have another wife.
and for wife also I can
Honestly, I'll
Yeah.
consider the age. Like you said, when in some pathologies, okay.
Yeah.
Even if you happen to save your mother, okay, how long would your mother live for? You get it? Well, every moment counts. I wouldn't say it doesn't count. Every moment counts. But then, how long would your mother live for as compared to your wife? And again, your wife can die any moment. You right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same thing. Because you can treat your wife maybe today and then the next day.
Okay, like
She dies.
what is important is just like saving
One
in that
moment.
So like what comes next, like no one knows.
Okay.
So you understand?
So then in that case, I'll still have to prioritize my mother.
Yeah, I will also like prioritize my mother because like once you lose your mother, I think you can get it back. Like your wife, you can have another wife. Friends, you can create another friends. And
Yeah. So once you lost your mother.
I'm not saying I'm not loyal to my friends, and it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. We just have to be honest. We are just being honest. There's no way I'm going to get another mother, of course. But I can get a lot of best friends. I can get a lot. And wife. Come on, wife. No, men.
I think love from your mother is just unique.
Women, you can treat your wife today and tomorrow she asks for divorce.
And even your friend. Yeah. Your friend can even say one day and they just decided,
Yeah, man.
But even your mother, like if you have problem with him,
you still have to
you will still like be with him.
home is
always home. Like that is
When was the last time you called your mother?
just 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah.
Man, it's been
2
long.
days.
It's
2
been
days.
long. Yeah, I mean,
I think yesterday I was talking with my younger brother.
yeah.
She was around. Yeah.
Yeah, she was around, you spoke to her. So it's mom first.
Yeah, man.
Mom before anything else, not baby.
It was a
first.
sacrifice, like the 9 months, and after that,
Yeah,
Lot of sacrifice.
but well, if you don't agree with it, you can put it in the comment
I
section.
can't choose someone over my mom like you.
I know, right? I know. But whatever you think, you can put it in the comment section. I mean, there are some of you out there who still believe that. I mean, women.
I think in this case, I take after.
You said?
So in this scenario,
Uh-huh.
I just have to forget about like medical ethics and then.
Yeah, because it's actually not a particular situation, but we are just imagining.
Imagine.
Yeah, and then I'm sorry, best friends and wife.
Best friends, wife.
But I had to go for mom.
Yeah.
Now we are getting deeper. Now, when I mean deeper, we are getting into it. All right. So, in this particular situation, we are going to be asked a deeper question, and we have to actually think about it, give our opinion about it, tell it as it is. We are just going to be honest. So, tell us what we have on paper.
Life expectancy has reduced despite increase in medical technology. Do you guys agree or not?
It's obvious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because if Moses and Co lived for a very long time, and now people can actually live up to 70 years and they are okay with it, I think it's a decreased.
Yeah, it's
And now you have the technology to know everything about it.
like post-diagnostic, early screening of like certain disease or treat them.
So what is
And with
happening?
all that, like,
What is actually happening? Because if you've gotten solution to your problems, then that means your problem is supposed to be solved.
Yeah.
But how come it's not being solved? Now we have technology everywhere. You don't have to, go to the doctor all the time to know your diagnosis, because I know a lot of people Google your sickness and then you get panic. You shouldn't be doing that. It's not the best of thing to do. But you do that, which shouldn't be the case. But yeah, it's there to help. Aside that we can keep your documents online, we hardly, when you are to keep whatever you have in our head, you definitely forget about it. When you get home and do all those stuff, you forget about it. But with computer, we can store all these things on the computer and the end of the day, get it back whenever we need it. But yes, still, you guys are actually dying at an age we don't think it should be. But I believe it's our environment, our attitude.
Okay, I think like our attitude counts, like the environment we are living, like and also the type of food we eat.
Yeah.
Because when you imagine right now, like most of the diseases that normally kill people in a very early ages. When you look at like the risk factors of those diseases, you'll find out like smoking is one of them. Maybe like alcohol is two.
Not exercising.
And also like certain type of food we eat, like this maybe salted things.
Yeah, a lot of salt.
And then if you look at it like before, we don't have all this kind of thing.
Of course.
You understand?
Yeah, it's true.
So even though like if we have like all like the material, the technology, to post a diagnosis, if you don't prevent yourself from those diseases, you will still get it.
Of course, you would.
You will still get it.
You would. But Ben, people believe that. Well, why don't I just get these diseases? Because I have the technology to solve my problem. That's why they have it at the back of their mind. At least I'll go for the surgery, and then it's a routine surgery. It can be done easily, but it shouldn't be the case. Trust me.
Yeah, sometimes even if you have like all those like materials, like for example, imagine like you are a smoker, or like you drink alcohol, or like you don't do like a lot of, or you expose yourself or like you're working in a certain environment, which puts you in a risk to develop certain cancers. And then we all know that like there are a lot of these cancers, like they develop like in a very silent manner. So like you don't detect
them easily.
Exactly. And then like at the time where like you really like this cancer like start manifesting, like given like clinical signs, it is already late most of the time.
Of course.
So even though there is like
technology
or like best surgery like available to solve it, like if the cancer always like start like mental session. You can have like a definite solution.
Yeah.
The only solution guys will be like be similar to reduce like
Like,
the
expansion
expansion of the
and
cancer.
also increase your expectancy.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Oh, well, I get it. I mean, it's very sad. It's really, really sad because if you have the solution to the problem, then that's why there is a need for preventive medicine. I mean, yeah, you should actually look out for what you take in because it's something you guys need to look out for. Because there are lots of things people do. I mean, you see, when people talk about the fact that they have, I mean, how do you call this kind? This is what they use most of the time. This oils, I don't know, essential oils. Supplements. All these things are very bad for your health. I mean, all these things play a vital role when it comes to your life expectancy. And then aside that, there's this thing called heredity. How do you explain that? Because maybe my parents have this kind of heart disease, and all of a sudden I just have it. Or my sister has cancer. Because sometimes when your mother has cancer, breast cancer, you can also have it if you happen to have the same thing. So how do you explain? It's not their fault though. So that means your heredity also counts.
Yeah, heredity counts.
But let's talk about the fact that how come that came about? Maybe it's because of your environment. I mean, your mother had it. Maybe it's due to the environment. And sometimes it's heredity. So that means you just have to go back and then find out what actually brought about that particular breast cancer into the family. Because someone has asthma in your family. I mean, someone has sickle cell. You see, all those things are heredity.
Yeah, for those ones, I think it is not your fault.
It's not your fault. So for those I think when technologies are available for, it's justified.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah,
it's justified.
Yeah.
But whenever you go about smoking, taking your drugs,
like you
expose
yourself
yourself to your risk, and then you come back hoping technology saves you. My brother, how do you explain this? There's no way.
Before we don't have all this.
Yeah, before.
People don't smoke like this cigarette, and then even expose themselves.
Honestly, because for me, Joe, I believe that in the olden days, certain things were prevented, but as to why scientifically, as to the scientific reason behind it, it wasn't told. That means, for instance, they tell you it's a taboo to actually go to, work on Tuesday in some particular tradition. Okay, that will tell you that you need to, rest when there is a need, but they will not tell you that this is the scientific reason behind it. I think those are some of the things that the older generations did that actually saved them. So I think all these things need to be brought back into the system so that we can actually tame this short life expectancy so that we can live longer. Methuselah in the Bible lived for a very long time. So we've come to the end of the video, and I feel like this video, you guys have learned a lot out of it. And it was very educative and very fun as well. But aside that, I know this thing gets boring. Telling you guys to subscribe all the time is something you wouldn't want to hear. But I just have to say it to you, my brother, my sister. Subscribe to the channel. Just subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe.
It's free. You don't pay for it.
Like and
Job said this video should get us to 600 likes. Just smash the like button. Don't forget to also click on the notification, the little bell beside the subscribe button, so that you get notified anytime we post a video. And this has been it. And then if you want Job to come back to the channel, just hit that like button. And this has been it. See you guys in the next one.